Okay, so what are we doing?
Okay, so we want to hike Dill Branch Ravine, which would simulate action on April 6th, the first day of the Battle of Shiloh, at the end of the day where Brigadier General Chalmers, Mississippians tried to push up to Grant's last line on the top of the ravine. And we're going to look at the terrain and what they were up against, because there were boats firing at them, there was artillery on the ground firing at them, and then there was gunshot, coming from the top of the hill. And it'll just give us an idea of the terrain. And there's a marker 398, which shows the highest point that the Confederates got that day. And so we would like to hike to it.
So the visitor center is here. Dill Branch Ravine is right there. And the Indian mounds are right there. It's a relatively small area of land. So we're going to see if we can find it. And there's hail.
Are you getting it?
Tiny hail, but hail.
Wow.
And we're about to go into the woods. Oh, hail.
There is hail coming down.
Little bitty bits of hail.
About this time, I'm hoping it doesn't turn into big bits of hail. We start in the parking lot of the visitor center, and across the road is the position of Grant's last line, where the Confederates tried to make a last-ditch attack through Dill's Branch. It failed, and we're about to retrace some of the steps.
Wow.
Assuming we don't get pummeled by hail.
So there was hail, little tiny bits of hail coming down.
Did I say hail enough?
We're just hoping that it's just going to be those little tiny little bits of hail.
I'm going to those artillery cannons.
Okay.
I had to return to the car for a moment. Stacey took the camera.
This is Stone's battery. Okay, 1st Missouri Light Artillery, William H. L. Wallace's 2nd Division, Army of the Tennessee. This battery was in action here from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. April 6, 1862. So this is what Chalmers troops were up against as they were trying to climb the ravine. There's artillery here, and Pittsburgh Landing is that way. So there's a river, there's 2 gunboats, and then there's artillery on the bank of the river. So there's firing coming from both directions. We did try to find the location of Chalmers Battery last time we were up here, but we could not find it, to the extent that we thought maybe the marker was no longer there. And we did a little bit of research, and that's not the case. It's there, we just didn't see it. This is Dresser's Battery, D, 2nd Illinois Light Artillery, McClernand's 1st Division, Army of the Tennessee. This battery occupied this position with 2 guns in the line of Sunday afternoon, April 6, 1862.
The Confederates were facing quite a bit of firepower. And I'm back from whatever it was I went to get out of the car.
So right over here is the trail into the woods. And as a lady in the office, the visitor center said, it's an unimproved trail. We've been in here before. We're gonna see what we can find.
So once again, into these woods we go.
Over there you can see there used to be a marker. What's that?
There's a missing tablet right there.
Yeah, there is.
So it's not unheard of the tablets go missing. They get damaged in storms.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to replace them. We were here a couple of years ago, and Johnson's tablet where he died was cracked.
Oh yeah.
And then it was gone, and as far as we know, it's still gone. I mean, we can check it again while we're here, but
yeah.
it takes a while to replace them. Shiloh's known as the best marked Civil War battlefield, I've heard. And when you get here and you go in these woods where you think nobody would ever bother, and you see all these markers.
It's pretty good attention to detail to put these markers out here where many people probably don't go.
Okay, so it comes to a divide. That's the way we came. And there's a marker over there, and there's...
Get the map out?
Yes, let's look at the map real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so I thought I hit record on the...
So the whole time we weren't recording?
we were recording on here, just not on the digital recorder. So we're recording, we're getting your audio now.
Yay!
I'm not wearing a lav mic, Stacey is. Alright, so open that.
All right.
We got the map.
The map was indispensable in this particular trail.
Okay, so we're up here. So we're looking for, we come down probably here. And there's that marker which is gone, I guess.
You can see the split though. See the
Oh yeah. So we have to go
past
down this
that
way.
yeah.
Okay. I've been down that way and I've been down that way. I have never seen Chalmers marker, and I have looked. So we're gonna see if we can find it today.
Looked
We have looked
together.
I went way
We're
down
a
in
team.
there. We are a team. I went a little farther than Stacey did.
Apparently, and he remembers it.
I do remember.
I remember it as a team effort.
It was a team effort.
This is the kind of bickering we will edit out later.
So we had hail. At some point I may have to take this digital recorder off and just go on the GoPro, just depending on how the rain does, because it's supposed to rain.
Yeah, we were pretty committed to this hike today. By now we forgot what the map said because we were going around so long.
So we are wearing our snake gaiters. Hopefully we will not have an opportunity to test them.
And we come across our first marker. It's not the one we're looking for.
Alright, does it look like a trail goes off anywhere? Does this look like a trail?
I think we better figure it out.
The map.
Agreed.
Let's keep that out. Now we've got Stone's Battery. No, this is the camp of Stone's Battery.
What's 262? .262 is Amon's 10th Brigade, Ohio. Is this a Stone's Battery?
It's Stone's Battery's camp. So look up Stone's Battery camp on there and then we can see where we are. Before we plunge into the unknown, we have a reference point.
With each gander at the map, we start to piece together a better picture of this place. This corner of Shiloh that seems forgotten.
I'm looking.
Okay, so A37 is a triangle on the map. So we know that's a camp, right? So
Yeah.
that here you can see it's Stone's Battery, which we saw. That's the camp. So we have to go back to where we were and plunge forward. There didn't really look like a trail, but there's going to be this 262 and then 398, and that's our goal.
And we are here at Bruce's brigade.
Which is 266 on the map.
And this was Stone's Battery?
This is Stone's Battery's
Stone's
camp.
Battery.
262 is yellow.
It's right here. 262.
Ammon's 10th Brigade, Ohio.
I don't remember it being Ammon's 10th Brigade, but maybe it was.
Stacey's preparedness is always an asset.
Let's go this way.
Watching this video and editing, I have no idea what kind of logic I was using. But it might just pay off.
See if there's anything down here. I seem to remember something down here.
I'd been down here before on an unsuccessful attempt to find this marker.
This is definitely a trail.
Today we're pulling out all the stops.
I see a marker. How are your gators feeling?
They're good, but what you gain in protection, you lose in the ability to crouch and like lift your leg over stuff, climb.
Gotcha. So
As
there's.
someone as spry as myself, it's a little bit of a hindrance.
I've never been down anyway because I'm just too stiff, so I guess I don't really notice that big of a difference. But so that's interesting. That's
Were you down this far before?
yeah. Just can't remember what it was.
You can see here the terrain is changing.
Yeah. Yeah, so imagine fighting in this, trying to advance through this.
And this isn't even the hard part.
One of the good thing about the woods is the wind isn't as bad.
Oh yeah, it's not nearly as bad in here.
So once we find out what this marker is, we'll have a new reference point. It really dips down over there. Guess it goes down to the river. I think maybe it does. This is Ammon's brigade.
All right, so this is some second day stuff here. Army of the Ohio, Ammon's 10th Brigade, 36th Indiana, 6th Ohio, 24th Ohio, Nelson's 4th Division. This brigade with its regiments in order as above bivouacked here Sunday night, April 6, 1862, and advanced in the same order Monday morning. So Nelson, Bull Nelson, got here Sunday night and they bivouacked here. And then he'll be very active on the second day, but he wasn't here for the fighting on the Sunday.
Now we've done a lot on Shiloh Battlefield, but like 90%, if not all of what we've done has been first day.
Yeah, Bull Nelson's a very interesting guy. He does not survive the war. He gets into a fight with another officer and is killed, like an argument. But he's interesting to read about.
I see a marker up here.
This is the marker we did not see before.
Yes.
Something promising on the horizon?
And the cool thing about the markers is they're facing the way the troops face. So since you're looking at troops coming from this way, so the marker is facing this way. That's why we can't read it like we could read the other one. Like all the positioning is very deliberate. I hope this is the right marker. You think it is?
You don't know. Seriously, we don't know. We honestly do not know what this is.
But I think we do because it's got a number on it.
Oh.
Yay!
Chalmers Brigade. We have been looking for this for like, what, 3 years?
Chalmers 2nd Brigade, 9th Mississippi, 7th Mississippi, 5th Mississippi, 2nd Cos 52, Tennessee. I don't know what that is. 10th Mississippi Withers Companies, 52nd. Two companies, 52nd Tennessee and 10th Mississippi, Withers 2nd Division, Bragg's Corps, Army of the Mississippi. This brigade formed in ravine of Dill Branch at 6 p.m. April 6, 1862. Its skirmishers advanced to top of the bluff on the north side, coming under fire. The brigade retired at 6:30 p.m. to Stewart's Camp.
So now, there was some stuff you were reading on the way over here to the car.
Yeah, so Chalmers had been active for 13 hours on Sunday. So they were in the Hornets' Nest, they were in a lot of engagements and up and down through these ravines. And this was their last big push of the day to try to fight Grant's last line. But there was artillery fire from the river and from up ahead before where we saw the cannons. So they really couldn't advance. In Chalmers' after action report, he said they made attempt after attempt, charge after charge, but that's disputed, that it probably really wasn't. It was more like what this is saying, like there were skirmishers trying to get close. Obviously the cannons behind them, they had an artillery brigade with them that could not, advance, and they were just overpowered by the fire. An interesting aside, the 7th Mississippi in February 1862 was involved in a train crash in Louisiana that killed 22 men and mortally injured 6 others, and others were injured. And there is a theory I have heard that being a witness to a mass casualty event kind of helped them in battle, because they had sort of seen something terrible, and it might be part of why they were so accomplished on the first day of Shiloh.
Interesting. If you've already seen some things, you're a little desensitized.
I wonder. It's just something, and it wasn't something I read in a book. It was something I read like on a history, like message board. Like so I would say like probably an amateur historian brought forth that theory, and I thought that was interesting. And I had not heard of that train crash, so I looked it up, and it was pretty harrowing. It was a foggy morning, and a lumber train had not gotten over to where they were supposed to go, and the train coming with the men on it didn't see it, and they crashed.
Wow. The long sought after Chalmers placard.
So this is the top of the ravine, so we want to go forward to see what it looked like to climb.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been all up in these woods looking for this marker for, a visit or two. And we found it.
Yeah, very good. We got the map. The map helped us. Talking to the visitor center ranger helped us.
Yeah.
We knew not to give up.
Let's step over here.
So I want to go down the ravine.
We are. This also shows the ravine. We'll do both.
There are many features to this landscape. It can be very confusing, and I'm very glad that we had the map and that the National Park Service has these trails, because we would get lost. Considering the size of Shiloh Battlefield, it's actually a pretty small piece of land, but it's really easy to get lost in these woods. If you come, keep your wits about you and be very, very careful. This is not the ravine we were looking for, but we're gonna go find it.
You see it? Like way down in there is where they tried to come up through. But we're gonna go check out the other one too. We're gonna follow the other trail.
See you soon for the rest of Dill's Branch Ravine.